Hey guys, and welcome back. It's day 13, and we've been hard at work. We got started on the. I'll turn that off for a minute. We got started on our seeding over on field 34, I believe. Maybe it's 31 with our canola. We've got another helper over with the 8530 over on field 15 cultivating, and I just got done fertilizing the field 14, our wheat field, with this tractor, and we're going to clean it off a little bit, and then we got to go pick up some more seed and some more fertilizer. So let's get this thing cleaned up. All right, well that didn't take too terrible long. Let's figure out where we put our forks and our arms. I think they were over here. I think we stashed them in here. Yep, there they are. All right. Now let's get hooked up to our trailer here. And we'll go get another 8 totes of seed. And I don't know if we'll get more than, I don't know how many bags of fertilizer. I think we had 6 bags of fertilizer last time. So we'll go ahead and get another 8 totes of seed and 6 bags of fertilizer. So we'll go out the back way here on the farm. And unlike last time, where I did not subject you to my pallet handling skills, this time we're going to do some speed pallet handling, and hopefully it won't take the rest of the day to load up all this stuff. But you'll be pleasantly entertained with some music and probably quite a few antics of horrible work with the pallet forks. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. We're also going to need to keep an eye on our seeder up there. It's at 41%. I do know that we're going to need to refill the seeder at least once to finish that field off. And once we get done with our pallet work and our big bags, we're going to need to come down here and take over the cultivating, because that's the field that's got the big old grove of trees in the middle. And right now I've got course play running a bunch of circles around the outside of the field doing headlands, but it will stop doing those here at some point. And at some point it's going to want to start making passes up and down the field, and those passes are probably going to involve wanting to cut through that grove of trees. So I'll be right back with you after we make our purchases in the store. Alright, so we had them go ahead and bring them out here. We've got our 8 seed totes. Let's count them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 6 bags of fertilizer. That's exactly what we ordered. Let's go ahead and see how long it's going to take for us to go ahead and get these loaded up here. So it does work best if we come at them from this side. And these totes are very close to being, the holes on these totes are very close to the edge of the, to being just a little bit too narrow. But if you come at the forks just right, you can squeak them on in. And there I was a little bit crooked. Alright, well, we had to do a little creative editing there because that took way too long, and we had some issues where some pallets didn't want to cooperate and some big bags didn't want to cooperate. So, like I said, we had to do a little bit of creative editing there. I don't know if it's the trailer that's doing this weird thing, or if it's the crates, or what it is, but we need to figure out which is the quickest way to get to our seeder. I guess it's to follow this road. We do need to refill our seeder. Our pickup truck is down there with some seed in it, so we're going to use that seed. And then we'll come back here and relieve our 8530. Relieve our helper there. And work on the cultivation. So I feel we're in pretty good shape for the summer or spring. We are basically halfway through spring now. So we've got more than half of the work done. We've got, we just need to keep on going. We've got all of the fields plowed, and we've got 4 of our 10 fields seeded. We've got 2.5 of the big fields seeded, and two of our, the 2 smallest fields that we have are seeded. So I need to remember that the entrance to this field is just past this stone bridge. And this stone bridge is how we get to our pig and our sheep area. So we're going to, well, that's an interesting thing. It was flat when we loaded it, but when we loaded up the save game, it apparently did a little funkiness there. Alright, let's get out here and we have to stop you and refill. And the reason we're using these big totes is we'll see if that gets us as far as we need to go. Well, the reason we're using these big totes is the cost. The big totes cost $1,000 for 1,600 units of seed. The big bags cost $600. Or $600 and some for 1,000 units of seed. So basically, it's the cheapest seed that we can buy. These big totes. We also can get totes of fertilizer, but we didn't get big totes of fertilizer because it's actually more expensive than these big bags. These big bags are what, $500 and some for 1,000. Liters or units of fertilizer, and the big totes are $1,000 for 1,600 units of fertilizer. So that was something I wasn't sure of. I didn't know if the street signs had collisions on them, but apparently they do. So the big totes of the big totes of fertilizer cost more than the bags because, like I said, the bags are $500 and some for 1,000, and the totes are $1,000 for 1,600. So it's best to buy our seed in the totes and our fertilizer in the bags. And next year we will probably buy. Next time we go to fertilize, we'll probably be in a position to buy the liquid mixer tank and mix up our own liquid fertilizer. I didn't want to do that this year because there's a fair bit of investment. While I firmly believe that mixing our own liquid fertilizer is cheaper, I also acknowledge that there's a fair bit of investment that you've got to put into the fertilizer mixing station, the mixing trailer. And you've got to have a place to store your fertilizer and everything. So I felt that the costs there were just a bit too high to get started with that. Alright, so we're coming up to our arable farm entrance. And that means that our entrance to the field 15 should be just around the corner here. There it is. There's a better break in the hedge over here. There it is. We'll just pull on up in here a little bit and see if we can't find our tractor. Yeah, he's way over there up on the hill. So let's go ahead and go up the hill here and relieve our worker. There he is. We will do a not a course play, but a GPS course. Lock that in. And go ahead and get to cultivating. Alright. So what we did on this was we did 6 headlands. And then we did, basically I would have done more headlands if I could, but it limited me to 6. There we go. The rain's got me a little kerfluffled because I can't see so well. We got our brights on. Should probably bring our 60, our other John Deere up here, the one with the mega lights. But we'll just make this do. We'll skip a row and then we'll come back and make it easier. So we did 6 headlands and then it started doing our up and back runs. I was just going to dial up a bunch of headlands and let it go to town. It's kind of what we did with our plowing here on this field, is we just made a bunch of circles. Go. Alright, so now we can loop back around, lock in our course, and we'll go up here to where we have a plow texture and drop her down. There we are. This field will be seeded next. This field will get grass, and basically that will be all of the fields that we can seed, I think, until our ground temperature comes up. So we're still at 41. Yesterday, day 12, we were at 43, but today, I guess due to the rain, we're back down to 41. So we'll see how long it takes to to get up to 50 so we can safely plant the corn and the soybeans. You know, we were a high of 43 tomorrow, a high of 47 the day after that. 59, 58, 57, 62. You know, we might not get warm ground temps until closer to day 18 and 19. You know, that'd be pretty bad if that was the case. You know, we're gonna have to kind of find maybe something to do for 4 or 5 days. You know, we might help out some farmers with some seeding that they may need us to do. Really wish we could get these wildflowers out of here. I have to say, I hope everybody's enjoying the series. I am recording these a fair bit in advance at this point, but I'm kind of really enjoying this series, so I don't want to really stop and wait for the schedule to catch back up. So I'm just going to keep on hammering through these, and you know, at some point I'm going to be so far ahead I'll be able to take a couple-week break and focus on something else. I just picked a map for the live stream map, so I plan on doing a couple live streams a week, and we'll live stream on one map. This map will be our 24-day seasons play, and I've got another map, Slovak Village, that I pretty much had said that I would be doing a series on. So I will still be doing a series on that. It just might not be quite yet. I'm holding off on that map just a little bit because I talked to the map author a few months ago, and I asked him about the seasons, if he was going to, if he had plans to release a seasons prepared version of his map, meaning one with a snow mask. Because I was basically trying to get at is, did I need to take the hours to put in to put a snow mask in myself, or was he going to basically get to it? And the discussion that I had seemed to imply that he was thinking of putting the snow mask in, and he was thinking of basically doing custom snow textures and tree and bush and shrub textures. So he was talking about it being toward the end of August for that to come out, and well, we are now into September, so I'm actually recording this the last day of August. So, but by the time this airs, it will be well into September. I did see on the Giants mod forum where they list the mods that they're testing. I did see Slovak Village listed there. So I don't know if that will be the seasons update or a different update. It's been updated a few times with some fixes and all. So only time will tell. It's no big rush. Kind of seem to get into my own projects here and there, and all I'm doing is making more work for myself. But you all seem to enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it. I enjoy getting into these virtual worlds and virtually farming, and it basically allows me to de-stress myself and kind of mellow out and get into a happy place, if you will, after a nice hard day of dealing with other people's problems and doing things that other people are asking you to do. It's rather relieving to come into this world here, and you know, if I want to plow, then I'll plow. If I don't want to plow, then maybe I'll hire somebody to do the plowing, and I'll go do the fertilizing or something. But it's nice to get into the virtual world and just do the virtual thing. So with that, guys, I'm going to start to close out the episode here. I encourage you guys to check out everybody that's in my description. They are all members of the Three Dudes Gaming Network. They are all content producers with YouTube, and they're all really great guys that produce really great content. I also encourage you to maybe check out, there we go. Encourage you to check out the Three Dudes Gaming website. It is linked in my description. It's just as the PCSG website. It's a website that is for adult gamers, gamers that don't want to basically play games, not just to basically want to play games to relax and whatnot. So I encourage you to check it out. It's often a very refreshing site to go to because there's no arguments, there's no drama. Everyone's there to basically help everyone else out. So with that, bid you farewell and happy farming.